Do women regret leaving men?
I'm waiting.
Welcome to Mindy. Funny how he wasn't good enough turns into he was the best I ever had. Let's talk about post-breakup regret female edition.
Do women regret leaving men? Absolutely they do. And the main reason is because prior to divorce, they anticipate that their life will get better afterwards. And also, some of them, that their husbands will get worse. And frequently this isn't the case, particularly if it is the woman who has gone off and had an affair. Because frequently the man she was relying on to fill the gap disappears because he wasn't looking to be in a long-term committed relationship. He was enjoying the fun of an affair. So yes, those women can bitterly regret it. But other women who regret it are the ones who find life very, very hard financially. And also, if you are attractive, you will be ostracized by a lot of your friendship group because you will be a threat to them and their relationships. Yes, women do regret getting divorced.
You know, life after divorce. As a woman, I would honestly sit here and say, as much as I've made the decision and the choice to divorce my husband then, I also regret it. I don't regret it because I still loved him, but I regret it because I feel like I denied my children the right and the opportunity to have what people call a normal family. Now today I'm sitting with kids who are in the statistic of divorce. So as much as I've divorced, I would never ever advise anybody to go through a divorce.
Oh my God! Wow!
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
See? This right here is what happens when the hype wears off. At first it's all, I need to find myself. I just want peace. And 6 months later, peace feels too quiet. Haha. You thought you were walking into your soft girl era. Now it's just you, a blanket and an echo. And look, I'm not even laughing at her pain, she's being real. But it's a lesson. Sometimes what we think is freedom is really just loneliness dressed up nice. You don't realize how rare a good man is until you're the only one setting up your own Christmas tree. So yeah, she filed for the divorce, but he served the peace. And now she's missing the man she thought was the problem. Fellas, take notes. Silence and distance will do more than any argument ever could, because nothing hits harder than realizing the person you walked away from was actually the one holding you down.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness.
Thank you.
I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband.
You know what? I respect the honesty. Because that right there, that's the realest testimony you'll ever hear. She ain't blaming the man. She's saying straight up, ego, pride, money, and degrees made her forget what partnership really is. See, this is what happens when you start thinking your career makes you the leader of the relationship. You can't out-title love. She thought success was her being up here and him down there. But marriage ain't a ladder, it's a team. And while she was out chasing better, he was quietly becoming gone. Now he's building peace with somebody else, and she's out here giving TED Talks on regret. You know it's deep when the pillow turns from comfort to confession. Fellas, take note, you don't have to argue, prove, or chase validation. Just stay solid. The truth reveals itself eventually.
To do? You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife.
A few moments later.
Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I miss my family. I miss being a family. Maybe it's worth just staying miserable if you get your family.
See? That's that moment when finding yourself turns into finding out. She started off, I need my own life, my freedom, my princess bed. Now she's like, yeah, it's kind of lonely in this castle. Freedom sounded amazing until dinner got quiet and nobody was there to argue over the remote. And I get it. People want space, identity, growth. Cool. But don't burn the whole house down just because you wanted a window open. Now she's out here saying, maybe being miserable with family was better. That's not misery. That's realizing love comes with noise, not silence. Fellas, pay attention. Sometimes you don't have to defend yourself. Life will do the explaining for you.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Leave him.
Whoa. Where are you going, Cold Mountain?
If you are not happy in your marriage, leave him. If you go to bed every night and wake up every morning wishing that you weren't married to him, leave him. I cannot tell you how many times I hear from clients, from support group members, from so many women who are now on the other side of divorce. The number one fucking thing I hear is, I should have left sooner. That is the most common regret.
Oh, no.
Of course, outside people was like, oh, you're not gonna end up being with him. You need to explore. You need to find out if that's really what you want. And I'm here to tell you, if you have a God-fearing man, a man that's gonna pray for you when things is hard, you got a good man. Regardless of the situation, if you want a man with a bigger bag, help him get a bigger bag. Like, it's really nobody out here, for real, that's like that. So I'm just saying, like, I'm just coming on here to say, if don't leave your man for for 10% of what he don't got. It's not worth it. You don't want to be like me, like feeling like you missed the opportunity. And I don't know if he might come across this video, but I'm sorry. I didn't know no better. I was worldly. I was of this world. I love.
Man, this is what happens when you fumble a blessing and then try to file an emotional refund. She's out here giving a sermon called How I Lost a Good Man 101 with bonus track I Didn't Know No Better. You can literally hear the regret doing push-ups in the background. Don't leave your man for 10% of what he don't got? Ma'am, you left 90% of peace for 100% of pressure. Now she's out here realizing that exploring the dating world was just a long road back to the group chat saying, "Girl, I miss him." Everybody want to find themselves till they find out outside don't come with a prayer partner or rent money. That God-fearing man she mentioned? Yeah, she feared God. He feared losing her. And now they both fear each other's Instagram stories. See, this right here is the testimonial nobody asked for, but everybody needed. Because some of y'all out here chasing a man with a bigger bag when the real upgrade was helping your man secure his. Now she's got a front row seat to her own cautionary tale. I'm not clowning her. I'm just saying, life got a funny way of showing you that greener grass is usually just AstroTurf.